You want to have some JSON data on your WordPress website. Okay, the JSON Content Importer is built for that. Prior to the version 1.3, you have to put together a shortcode with several parameters, insert this on a page, and try to make it work, that the parameters and the JSON and the template would fit together and show you some data on your WordPress website. Now Gutenberg is on the rise with version 5.0 of WordPress. This will be part of the core of WordPress, yet it is a plugin, the Gutenberg plugin, and with this Gutenberg plugin we can improve the process how to put together a shortcode, or even better, you don't need a shortcode anymore, and you see live what changes will have effect on the template and on the JSON and the output. So this video will show how this works out. What do we need for that? We need the Gutenberg plugin, yet it's at 3.9. The Gutenberg plugin, the project is moving fast, so it's not at its final stage, but hopefully, and I'm pretty optimistic for that, the basic principle of the Gutenberg will stay in the Gutenberg plugin and later on in the core code of the Gutenberg in WordPress 5. The second thing we need is the JSON Content Importer free version, yet at 1.3. What we don't need here is the pro version of the JSON Content Importer. Both plugins are completely independent, so we stick here to the Gutenberg and the JSON Content Importer plugin. With both plugins active, we just create a new page. This new page will have the basic structure of Gutenberg editor page with a title, so we call it just JSON Content Importer example. And here at the blocks, we select the JSON Content Importer block. Just go to add blocks, and I placed the JSON Content Importer block at the widget area, and here the JSON Content Importer free block. Clicking on that opens this page. So this page shows you some explanations on the left side, and on the right side the settings of the block. So the typical block structure of a Gutenberg block is left side is the output, the result, and the right side the settings. And changing these settings will affect here on the left side and define what is displayed in the end. This example is in the JSON Content Importer plugin, and every time you open a JSON Content Importer block, it will occur. So what is in the example? The plugin comes with a JSON. The JSON is on your website when you install the JSON Content Importer plugin, and it's structured this way. So we come to this back later on. A second thing, there's template. The template is built for the JSON you just saw, and the URL, the web address is this, and it's here. You can change the web address. There are also two switches for this example text. If we switch that off, the example text vanishes, and there's only the result of the JSON and the template. The second thing is the debug mode. You can switch on or off, so there you can see what's happening. So we start with the initial settings. The settings is that the example text is on and the debug mode is off. So what you see here is some text and explanations what you can do, and the result is not that filled with data. The point is that you have to set the base node to level 1 to get access to these 4 level 2 levels. So if we insert here level 1, the magic happens, and here we get the data from the JSON. Here you can very good, and this very good is also here. If we now switch off the example text, we get only the data you want to display. If you switch on the debug mode, you see what's happening, the JSON we got, the template we use, and the result, and what additional settings in the plugin are given, and the real result. Another thing is the shortcode. The shortcode you can use for pages without the Gutenberg plugin. So in another sense, Gutenberg is used here to put together this shortcode which will have this result. You can experiment with the settings on the right side and see what's happening on the left side. So, for example, replacing the start by hello, this immediately will change the left side output. Also, the JSON advanced settings can be used. So this is, for example, the number of seconds waiting for the API, the number of items displayed, which is interesting for longer lists. And on the other hand, you can also define what words must be displayed in one of the levels. For here in examples, we have 4 items of this array, and if you want to select a special one, you can do this with this one of these words must be displayed. For example, out of these 4, I want to have only those who have a, let's say, BB inside. So using BB will not have any effect, but you have to also specify the depth. So inside the JSON structure, if I add a 3 here, only the BBs will be displayed. This is that BB is required. On the other hand, some words should not be there. For example, we try again BB and 3. So now we will have only the AAs here. It's required to have this word BB here, for example, inside the text. So it's not possible to use here not visible data from the JSON in this with this structure. If you want to have a more detailed selection, you have to use the Pro version, which is much more powerful than this free version construction.